The most important point and takeaway from today was our journey to Krakow for the 4 days wasn't a jolly. It's not something you're going to see written about in the Daily Mail or the Guardian, complaining about guys going on a jolly. There was no cost to CLL support because when we put a paper in and a poster, which you'll see in a minute, that means that our costs of getting there and accommodation is funded. It did take slightly over 4 days out of each of our times, but I can absolutely personally say, and I can speak for Peter here, it was 4 very worthwhile days because we got to mix with 72 delegates from 33 different countries, and the 2 acronyms there at the bottom are they were delegates from high-income countries and low to middle-income countries, and the differences couldn't be more stark. CLLAN is the CLL Advocates Network, and our trustees associates would be classed as being advocates. So they had their publications hub at the back of the room, and I gathered some of those publications, some of which we've been involved in, and there was presentations over the days, and there was panel discussions. Now the panel discussions were brilliant because they were quite interactive and involving, and the panels kept changing with all the different sessions. This is Peter beside our poster. So lots of the delegates, the organizations they represent, presented posters on whatever subject they wanted to. The posters were judged, by the way, and voted for. And I was really pleased that, perversely, we didn't win, because the poster that won came from Tanzania, and the absolute delight in the young lady's realization that she had won, and it was a fantastic poster, and it just proved that with little resources you can create an amazing effect. This is a video which is just a recap of day 1. As I say, there was plenty of. This is Brian Kaufman, by the way, the guy that I talked about. He's the founder of CLL Society in the US, and he's both a clinician and a patient. So there was plenty of opportunity for networking. These are Canadians, these are Chinese, and there was a really good mix. There was plenty of time to talk with each other and just move on. And this was one of the early morning workshops from 8 o'clock in the morning. And you really get an opportunity to get involved and to shape whatever subject it is the workshop involves. Then on the Friday afternoon, we were shipped en masse to this place called IWCLL. IWCLL is the International Workshop on CLL. And the likes of Adrian and the UK CLL Forum and the good and the great worldwide of CLL policy and exchange of scientific information come together in a huge exhibition centre, and we got to go. And Peter talked about, in this panel here, to talk about the STAR initiative and a similar presentation to what you've just seen from Hillary, and there was 2 or 3 other presentations within that sector, and we got to influence and put our piece out so that our voice in terms of public and patient participation and engagement in research was heard. And I gave a little piece at the end talking about research from my personal patient perspective, and a little snippet from that was in my CLL lifetime, which spans a lot of years, society has gone from payphones, public call boxes on our high streets, to mobile phones in our pocket, and CLL treatments and research has moved significantly in that time frame as well. So I think you're understanding that analogy and understanding the change over time, and it's a change that we've been involved in. And then there was the networking. there was, yes, a reception, and this is Peter and Professor Francesco Forconi from Southampton, who spoke at our pool conference last year and is involved in research. And the final panel there on the right-hand side is Ismail Manukara from Tanzania, and his 5-minute slot talking about how his organization communicates in a country with such diverse challenges, a big city like Dar es Salaam, some rural environments, and getting messages across. He was absolutely inspirational and so articulate giving his message out. And it was a humbling experience, and it just reinforces the effort and the challenges that the delivery of care in blood cancers in general and in CLL in the low and middle income countries, it was humbling to hear that.